because just didn't have great piece and got spiked at the wrong time. Yeah, extremely creative stacking here for the all spins in Season 2. And yeah, just too much pressure for gameplay to handle. 3.2 PS, 166 APM here from Quantum Hornet. Yeah, gameplay just really can't afford to be misdropping or even just like slowing down at any point. Really needs to lock in here. Game player, okay, 3.4 PPS of their own, just trying to respond. Is going to keep themselves alive. Quantum Hornet, yeah, just kind of just low on the board. Not really have much garbage to work with. It has to generate most of their own attacks. Already at 9, 10 back-to-back, 11, 12 back-to-back. Oh my god, the back-to-back is just racking up here from Quantum Hornet. 16 already. You play all the way at the top of the board and has to deal with this oncoming surge pressure. At this point, it's pretty much over. Oh, never mind! Insane downstack combo from Game Player to live that! And an 18 spike in return, answering back, but this is just really clean garbage for Quantum Hornet to work with. Game Player needs to find a downstack now. Oh, super jagged stack, just doesn't have great pieces. And yeah, it will be a second round for Quantum Hornet, 180 APM there. Incredible if that Game Player just not able to really find anything close to a kill. Quantum Hornet once again with this TKI setup. Game Player with something similar. Going to have to stack up a little bit. Just, yeah, not great choices there. Just compromising the stack a little bit just to keep surviving there. Needs to find something quickly. Does get a nice quad. Can they find anything else? It looks like they will be able to do so. Great stuff there. Game Player making their way down. Quantum Hornet now on the back foot a little bit. Though is going to get out of that position extremely quickly with the 17 spike over to Game Player's board. And just more and more pressure is racking up. Game Player needs to find this down stack. Quantum Hornet, yeah, a creative spin setup there in the middle. And now bidding up more back-to-back. Already at 8, 9, 10, and it's just too much for Game Player to handle. That will be a third straight round for Quantum Hornet. Game Player is yet to get on the board here. Game Player only needs 1 or 2 to really make a difference here. Let's see if they can get any. Okay, does extremely well here. Needs to find a down stack. Okay. Game Player already at a down 13 back-to-back. Extremely good down stack combo there. 8 combo to keep themselves alive in that position. Going for an aggressive double T-spin setup in the middle. Going to keep themselves alive. Seems to have misdropped the J briefly. Fixes it and is going to continue their way down. Great stuff here from Game Player to keep themselves alive here. Quantum Hornet, though, starting to build up that back-to-back once again. It's just really been a tale of Quantum Hornet building up that back-to-back and whether Game Player has been able to live or not. 20 spike here coming out. Game Player having to tank all of it is going to die here probably. And yeah, that's going to be a 4th one for Quantum Hornet. Earning that 4 in their name. Game Player just unable to really find anything here. Game Player with the PC out, chooses not to go for the PC. Quantum Hornet, an all-spin setup, presumably. That's a couple nice, yeah, ZS spins there. And Game Player at the bottom of the board, kind of waiting for this pressure. Sets him an STSD. Ooh, big 14 spike there. 12 follow-up onto Quantum Hornet. This is an opportunity for GP, but it doesn't. GP can't find the exploit, and it looks like Quantum Hornet will be the one now putting the pressure onto GP's board. GP struggling for options right now and couldn't really find anything, and that is going to be yet another one for Quantum Hornet. It looked for a second like Quantum Hornet might have been on the back foot there, but it seems to have really found a nice down stack and, you know, just turned it around. Okay, Quantum Hornet putting on some back-to-back pressure at 5 already. Game Player all the way at the top of the board once again. It's the tried and true rinse and repeat. It's just Quantum Hornet putting on the pressure, GP on the back foot. Okay, Game Player now pretty low. Has an opportunity here. Is down back-to-back though. Seems to have made an aggressive placement. Managed to cancel most of that send from Quantum Hornet. Quantum Hornet, slight team misdrop there. We'll be able to get out really quickly with a nice combo down stack. Quantum Hornet just dictating the pace right now. Putting on this 9-0 pressure. Okay, converts it back into 5-4, into some creative spins. Game Player, 15 spike break, 20 spike, and that will be Game Player getting on the board! No sweep today. Great stuff there from Game Player. That was extremely important for NYU. They need every point they can get. Game Player, 13, 15. Just not enough to really do anything. Quantum Hornet, who has a really clean stack right now. Ooh, bad L and S misdrop though. Does Game Player exploit? The answer looks to be... maybe? Yeah, Quantum Hornet still alive, gets the quad that they needed. Extremely good survival skills there from Quantum Hornet. Game Player on losing in that position did not manage to find what they needed in time. It's really unfortunate there. And is now on the back foot and struggling to survive. Has a T-spin set up here, but it's just going to lead into further cheese on their board, and that will be Quantum Hornet sending it to match point. Okay, Quantum Hornet putting on all of this pressure right now. Game Player keeping themselves alive here. Once again, on the back foot of that big surge built up from Quantum Hornet. Quantum Hornet going for the break, 33 spike! And Game Player lives! Only for now, though. Only for now? Wait, maybe? No. Hesitates for a second there. Couldn't find the clear they needed. And that will be Quantum Hornet taking it with a dominant 7-1 performance. So it will now be UCLA picking first and NYU with the counter pick. But yeah, incredible stuff there from Quantum Hornet, and Game Player managed to take one round, was actually really impressive there. And so yeah, good stuff to both teams. NYU only down by 1 point right now, so it's still anybody's match. The real question is, when will we see Caboozled Pie? Caboozled Pie choosing now Oxford Valley. A strong high U rank here for UCLA. And Grippa they're sending out Best Donkey. Interesting. Best Donkey a bit lower of a U rank, around mid U. So definitely an uphill battle, but we have seen Best Donkey perform against even X ranks, especially in the match against U Waterloo, for example. So this could definitely be Donkey's match. All depending on what happens here. If NYU can win this match with Best Donkey, it gives them a really good shot to win this match overall. But if UCLA can close out here with Oxford Valley, then they still have Caboozled Pie in the reserve. And so that could be really devastating for NYU. So this all does kind of ride on Best Donkey's shoulder. Let's go into a warm-up just to see how these players will do against each other. Oxford Valley. Okay. Best Donkey kind of just waiting. Not doing anything, just waiting for Oxford Valley to do something. Oxford Valley choosing to wait in return as well. Best Donkey is a player that has massive upset potential. We have seen this before. They are clutch. They do have that gene where they can overperform. Anything can happen here. Oxford Valley. And I seem to just be feeling out Best Donkey, not playing too aggressive, not really showing their hand, really. Choosing, yeah. Okay, neither player really fast right now. Neither one taking too aggressive of an option. I mean, Oxford Valley definitely the faster player here, but I know for a fact Best Donkey can definitely play much faster. So we'll have to see if this is just a warm-up thing, or maybe it will be the reality of the match. Yeah, Best Donkey choosing to just wait here. Slight S-miss drop here from Oxford Valley. And yeah, yeah, both players, neither player really needs to be putting their all into this warm-up, which is perfectly fine. Just seems to, you know, be getting a feel for the match, getting a feel for each other, and just warm up the hands. Okay, all good. Oxford Valley does take the warm-up, and we'll see how the players will maybe switch up during the actual match. Alright, hopping right into it. This NYU's hopes do kind of ride on Best Donkey winning here. So we will see. Best Donkey seems to have started out with a bit of a misdrop. Is going to be able to clear out and get a nice 12 spike to start with. Oxford Valley going to clear out, and now already has 5 back-to-back, 6 back-to-back, and it's just might choose to keep this, though it is going to break. Oh, and Best Donkey getting caught out there. Not great pieces in a bad board state, and that will be Oxford Valley taking the first round. Best Donkey with the MKO. Oxford Valley chooses to stack 9-0 from what it looks like. Best Donkey just kind of waiting here. Needs to open up this well. Is going to do so now. Oxford Valley choosing to tank that garbage a little bit, and now is just going to clean up their stack. With a little bit of pressure, but neither one seems to be in too big of a spiky position. A surge break there from Best Donkey. Oxford Valley is going to be just fine though. It doesn't really have too much of an issue with their board. It's a nice down stack 13 combo. Wait, a 13 spike, but ooh, Best Donkey forced to skim their eye there. Doesn't have great pieces right now, and yeah, it's gonna be a second one for Oxford Valley. Actually, definitely showing why they are the higher rated player here. See if Best Donkey can, you know, recombobulate, figure something out in the middle of the match. Oxford Valley with this, I believe, MS2 opener into a massive counter spike right now for the 20. And Best Donkey once again just kind of caught out of position. Was one piece away from getting that T-spin double that they would have needed to survive. But yeah, Oxford Valley definitely the one finding these kills in unexpected positions. Best Donkey not really able to really find anything just yet. Nice skim into a 12 spike. But Oxford Valley extremely clean board right now. And just, yeah, down stacking is going to almost kill Best Donkey. Best Donkey does find a couple clutch clears there to get them out of that position. You want to get the down stack combo of their own for the 11 spike. And Oxford Valley extremely, oh, bad team misjob. This could prove fatal if Best Donkey can find a way to exploit this position. Let's see. Yeah, Oxford Valley just struggling right now. Does manage to find a T-spin double at the top of the board. And it looks like Oxford Valley will get out, actually. Great survival skills there. Yeah, it doesn't have to dig through a little bit of cheese, but they're definitely way in a much better position than they were before. Best Donkey, now the one with a bit of cheese on their board, is going to have to clear out of this at some point. Oxford Valley now going to start building up a little bit, try to put on some of this pressure. And yeah, this is the first like long round in the match so far, so we'll kind of see how both players adjust to the seesaw of garbage in the mid game. Almost Best Donkey almost getting spiked out there, does manage to find a send in the nick of time, but now is going to have to open up this well. Kind of struggling to do so a little bit. Is going to, yeah, look for pieces, cycles nicely, and Oxford Valley caught out in a really bad position, but does have a couple downstack, has a nice downstack combo actually to get out. And will they fully get out of this? It looks like the answer is yes. Big downstack combo here from Oxford Valley, 29-31 spike. That will be Oxford Valley taking a quick 4-0 lead over Best Donkey. Yeah, this is starting to just slip away from Best Donkey's grasp. Really needs to find something here. Oxford Valley with this MS2, I believe, and into the 16 spike. Great start here. Count to 4 from Best Donkey is going to... They just look to skim out of this, open up into their well probably. Does so successfully. Yeah, okay. Oxford Valley kind of just waiting here. Choosing to not go for that T-spin aggressively and choosing to just skim out into the quads. Oxford Valley, a little bit of a misdrop there, fixes it quickly. Best Donkey, now the one putting on the pressure with 8 back-to-back. Oh, might be forced to break after that misdrop. Into a bit of pressure, and that will be Best Donkey finding it, getting on the board. So still a 4-1 lead for Oxford Valley, but Best Donkey showing that they can still compete here. Best Donkey with the TKI, Oxford Valley with the MS2. Oh, but Oxford Valley, wait. Oh, it seems to have misheld, but finds a creative S-spin anyways to get down from that position. Great stuff there from Oxford Valley. and is going to be just fine. Trying to put a little bit of pressure onto Best Donkey's board, but Best Donkey, oh, on the back foot right now. Wasted the eyepiece. This could prove fatal if they don't get out quickly. Oxford Valley trying to put on that pressure, finds a couple sends. Best Donkey is still alive, but not for long, and that will be Oxford Valley taking a 5th one. A 5-1 lead here against Best Donkey. Oxford Valley going for this, yeah, nice C-spin setup. Best Donkey considering greeting for that T-spin there, the T-spin donation there, but choosing not to. Instead going for this really nice pressure sequence for a massive 160 APM round there, and getting Best Donkey into the round, 5-2. Best Donkey once again with TKI, Oxford Valley with these MS2, just a very classic set of openings here. Both are very good in their own ways. Oxford Valley finding a nice bit of pressure. Donkey though, not also really clean right now though. Oxford Valley just at the bottom of the board. Probably just going to tank a little bit of garbage, build up a little bit here. Actually just choose to skim out of some of that garbage. Oh, misdrops the T-piece. This could prove bad if Best Donkey can find a punish. Oxford Valley though seems to have gotten themselves out of that, and great board state now, can apply a lot of pressure. Best Donkey canceling that, most of that, and is going to be okay. It's a nice down stack into more follow-up pressure. Oxford Valley a little bit cheesed up right now, though they do manage to cancel out with a quad. Needs to find their way out of down though. It looks like they will be able to do so. Best Donkey unable to find the kill there, and Oxford Valley now in position to get to work to put on this pressure. Oh, slight misshot there of the L from Oxford Valley, and this is 8 back-to-back here for Best Donkey. The Oxford Valley has a really clean stack. Needs an eyepiece though, doesn't have one for a while. Does eventually get it, and is going to be able to get out of this position, and barely in the nick of time. Best Donkey now the one dictating the pace, 20 APM almost more than Oxford Valley here. Oxford Valley kind of just choosing to down stack and skim a little bit. Seems to find themselves in a great position. Best Donkey just trying to put on a little bit of pressure, has some back-to-back, is going to get sent a lot of damage from Oxford Valley, cancels, but forced to break back-to-back. Both players kind of just in the middle of their stacks. Neither one had too big of an advantage. Best Donkey is going to get out of that. Oxford Valley covers up the well momentarily, needs to find a skim out, does so successfully. Slight miss drop though. Doesn't have great pieces to deal with it. He's going to just, yeah, gets caught because of that misdrop, and that will be Donkey taking another one, 5-3 here. So staying off match point for now. Best Donkey keeping NYU afloat. Best Donkey once again with TKI. Oxford Valley once again with MS2. Oxford Valley, nice stack. Doesn't get the count to 5 they needed for the quad, instead only getting a triple there. Though does still have a good amount of follow-up pressure. Best Donkey lower on the board. Is going to skim out into this 9-0 stack, though is going to get sent a bit of cheese from Oxford Valley, and cheese right back to Oxford Valley from Best Donkey. Okay, Oxford Valley, yeah, finally opening up the stack. Now has a couple options to work with. She can just skim out, send a little bit here and there. Ooh, aggressive T-spin setup from Best Donkey, but could prove really bad because they don't have great pieces for it. Needs to skim out of it, and will do so successfully, but still with a bit of a compromised stack. Again, not great pieces. Oxford Valley, though, unable to find really a punish there, and Best Donkey does get out. Oxford Valley now trying to move their way down. 16 spike over. Best Donkey did have an eyepiece there to keep themselves alive once again. Oh, has a great downstack combo available into a 10 spike. Oxford Valley now needs to find their way out of their position. Not great pieces. Is going to maybe get it? Is close, does manage to find the clears that they needed, and gets the quad for their troubles. Now has a really clean 9-0 well to work with. And Best Donkey just unable to find the kill there, needs to kind of recombobulate a little bit. And though finds a good amount of pressure, Oxford Valley almost being sent up there, but managed to cancel barely in the nick of time. Oh, bad eye placement though from Oxford Valley. Let's see if they're able to downstack out of this. Kind of struggling for pieces right now, doesn't have great stuff, finally gets what they needed, the L piece. And Best Donkey seems to have misdropped too, so it's just a free position here for Oxford Valley. Oxford Valley just able to find this down pack. And Best Donkey still not clear of their current cheese. It's going to be sent even more cheese by Oxford Valley here. And yeah, okay, both players relatively low on the boards right now. A little bit of cheese on Oxford Valley's board, but nothing that they can't deal with. And okay. Alright, Best Donkey, yeah, just skim out of that. Oxford Valley, a little bit eye dependent. They'll find the pieces they need. Yeah, just kind of seesawing the garbage back and forth a little bit. Not the one really with a big spike just yet. Oxford Valley kind of just looking to open up right now. Choosing to just skim a little bit, playing it safe. Seems both players actually have. Resorting to kind of bit of just a very skimmy play style. Just trying to keep themselves alive, play it safe. 12 spike here from a Best Donkey, immediately cancelled by Oxford Valley. Yeah, neither player able to get much damage onto the other's board. Okay, Best Donkey, just stack a little bit, just move some pieces. This drops the J piece. And yeah, going to eventually find what they need to get out of that. Oxford Valley a little bit cheesed up right now. So also gets a skim. So yeah, kind of just a very long round here. Both players kind of just sending a little bits and pieces back and forth, but finally a big send over from Oxford Valley. And oh, Donkey one piece off there from getting the down stack they needed. That will be Oxford Valley sending it to match point. Best Donkey needs 4 in a row here if he wants to give NYU their best chance at winning this match. Yeah, that round kind of just evolved into a bit of an imp skim there. Let's see if this round will be similar. You can see how it was kind of affected the playstyle of both players. Neither one too aggressive right now. Yeah, Best Donkey forced to break after Oxford Valley sends over a good amount of damage, and now choosing to skim out of their position, keep the board in a good state. Slight J misshot here from Oxford Valley, nothing too bad, and immediately skims out of it. Slow grindy is the way the set is going. Nice down stack combo there from Oxford Valley. And a 10 spike over, aggressive T-spin sub here for Best Donkey 15. But is not going to be enough to kill, and puts them in kind of a bad spot, actually. Going to get an aggressive T-spin setup and into the quad open for a 13 spike. Oxford Valley keeping themselves alive for now, but no, gets caught out, and Best Donkey with another one on the board, 6-4. Best Donkey trying to keep it close, at the very least. Oxford Valley, oh, perfect wall placement, but it doesn't have an eyepiece. Unlucky there. Though does still manage to find a really nice 11 spike. It's going to get catched Best Donkey in kind of a bad spot. Best Donkey does eventually manage to find the skims that they need. Needs to open up the well right now. He's going to be able to do so barely. Ooh. Oh, keep themselves alive once again. Oh, but misdrops the T-piece that they needed maybe for the kill. But they're going to find it anyways, maybe? And it looks like that will be the case. Best Donkey once again, another round, keeping themselves alive on this match point. Best Donkey once again with the MKO. Oxford Valley with the PCO, not going for the PC. Best Donkey, yeah, just choosing to set up for T-spins at the bottom of the board. Oxford Valley looking for a bit of pressure here. Gets sent, cancels, and is all the way at the bottom. Slight J misshot, just managed to find the S-spin to fix. Best Donkey has a fractal-esque setup, does eventually get it. Gets a nice 10 spike for their troubles. And is now in a bit of good position, but so is Oxford Valley once they clear through this extremely clean well to work with. Best Donkey now on the back foot, needs to find a couple skims. Does manage to do so actually, and will be able to open up this well in time. But still, incredible pressure here coming out from Oxford Valley, a 29 spike. And this could be it, and that will be so. Oxford Valley with a 7-5 victory over Best Donkey. And potentially shutting the door on NYU's chances. counter pick? Okay, it looks like Kaboozled Pie being the first team captain in this CTL season to buy counter, or I mean, it probably happened before, but still. Okay, Kaboozled Pie. Okay, that will be a 7-6 victory technically for NYU. Okay, interesting choice here. UCLA definitely wanting to determine this next matchup, the next two matchups. So they will send Kaboozled Pie against WortJ, the strongest player on both teams, and that will mean the final matchup will be between Grippa and I believe it's Red Guy. Yes. Okay, so waiting for WortJ to get ready against Kaboozled Pie. Kaboozled Pie, the best player in CTL by a mile, and the #2 ranked player in the world right now. So definitely an extremely talented player we have here. WortJ though, no slouch of their own. An old figure in the Tetris community though, has a lot of skill and a lot of experience. WortJ has threatened to play at 1.5 PPS. Alright, 400 APP. Okay, well, looks like we'll be hopping into warm-up soon. But yeah, this is definitely a massive uphill battle here for WortJ. So WortJ is definitely capable of taking at least one on Kaboozled Pie. Kaboozled Pie probably just looking to get a clean sweep here and give UCLA the best chance that they can to win this in the next one. Okay, Kaboozled Pie with the PCO. WortJ following with the same. Neither player getting the PC actually. More like choosing not to. So yeah, because bad as is miss drop from WortJ. That will be the fastest warm-up so far. It's sub 15 seconds and immediately goes to Kaboozled Pie. Kaboozled Pie definitely showing why they are the final boss of CTL. Why they are the best player and the second best player in the world by TR rating. No shade, but anyways. WortJ definitely needs to find a lot to beat Kaboozled Pie, but anything can happen. This is CTL. Kaboozled Pie with the 5 PPS TKI LST opener and immediately misdrops. And WortJ also had a misdrop of their own, needs to clear out of it. Doesn't really get great pieces to use. Incredible T-Spin policy, but the S misdrop might prove fatal in just a second. And that will be the case. Kaboozled Pie with an extremely fast 3.8 PPS, 196 APM round there. Yeah, it will be Kaboozled Pie driving the pace. It will be Kaboozled Pie deciding how this match goes. WortJ with the MKO. This is Kaboozled Pie's signature. So, a lot of respect there from both players. WortJ, nice combo down stack, gets into an 11 spike. WortJ finding some nice attacks. Kaboozled Pie managing to just skim out and get themselves to the bottom of the board. Kaboozled Pie just wait a second there. Look, gets the STMB cape into some follow-up damage. WortJ though extremely clean right now. Nice T-spin dono. But a huge amount of pressure coming over from Kaboozled Pie. Kaboozled Pie looking for this L spin, gets it and goes into a bit of a skim. WortJ having to compromise on their stack a little bit. Needs to find a way out. Does so in the nick of time, but not enough. Just so much pressure coming out from Kaboozled Pie there. Extremely impressive stuff. Kaboozled Pie with the MKO of their own into the floating T-spins that MKO is famous for. And this is Kaboozeled's signature, but we did see WortJ use it last round too. And that just goes to show you how good it is, but wow, huge spikes coming out from Kaboozled Pie. Almost 200 APM, almost consistently here. WortJ just perpetually on the back foot, can't really find anything to go, and... Okay, both players of MKO once again. Great, a Z-spin there from Kaboozled Pie. WortJ going for this aggressive T-spin setup. Into some nice skims out from Kaboozled Pie. Slight T-miss drop, we'll be able to fix it relatively quickly. Bad eye placement from WortJ. Yeah, having to compromise on a lot of placements there, trying to keep themselves alive. That will be a quick 4th one for Kabuzo Pai. This is a blisteringly fast 4-0 so far for Kabuzo Pai. One of the fastest players on the planet. 5 PPS LST opener. What the fuck is that? Oh my god. And a huge counter spike from Werjay though. Wait, this might prove it. Oh my god, Werjay took it. Holy shit. Good job, Werjay. Okay, Werjay, taking it right on Kabuzo Pai there. Extremely impressive stuff. Kabuzo Pai with this T-spin triple setup in the middle. Werjay, yeah, just to cancel a little bit in this middle of their stack, really safe right now. Werjay showing why they were once one of the best players in the world. Kabuzo showing why they are one of the best players right now. Great downstack 14 spike there from Werjay to put the pressure onto Kabuzo. Kabuzo needs to stack downstack out of this and will do so successfully, extremely quickly. Werjay now the one trying to look for pressure. Oh, bad high combo in the middle there for Werjay. And it looks like Werjay might die here if they can't find anything. Just struggling to look for pieces and just can't find what they needed in time. Bad misdrops, and that will be Kabuzo up 5-1 now. Kabuzo Pai with its TKI. Werjay with the fractal setup to start. Werjay seems to really understand the art of fighting a better player. What you're trying to look for, what you're trying to exploit sometimes. Okay, aggressive T-spin sub here, but great downstack 6 and 18 spike. Kabuzo Pai though still hanging onto their surge with a 30 spike downstack. Werjay alive for now, barely, but not enough, and that will be Kabuzo Pai already at match point. Wow, this is insane stuff from both players. You can definitely see Werjay's ability, but you can see Kabuzo Pai's absolute dominance here as well. Werjay with a bit of a misshot in the center of the board needs to find a quick out. You cannot afford to be wasting time against Kabuzo Pai, and that will be the round and the match for Kabuzo. Up a 7-1 victory. No sweeps yet. NYU afloat barely. Needs a pretty confident victory here from Grippa over Red Guy to win this match, and Red Guy unfortunately is a higher rated player than Grippa right now. So definitely a major uphill battle from Grippa. But yeah, definitely incredible stuff we saw there. And hello, Ethanol.
Hey,
Welcome to the stream. Yeah, how have you been doing?
pretty good. I had a thing, but I got released early, so I am here now.
Okay, great. I've been solo commentating for the past 5 hours. So yeah.
Oh, damn. That's a while.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I enjoy the commentating, but yeah, I mean, glad to have you here.
You've it up really well, though. You're the GOAT.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, so this last match will be between Red Guy and Grippa, and NYU needs Grippa will need a pretty confident victory here, probably like 7. I actually don't know the actual score. If I had to guess, something like 7-2 or better, maybe 7-3.
Oh,
Hold on.
Yeah. There's a bit of an APM difference I see already. Not super huge, but it might make a bit of a difference.
Yeah, Red Guy definitely favored in this matchup, an extremely talented player.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I see. Oh, it's down to this last match, 24-18.
Yes. Wait, that does mean NYU needs... I think it's like 6 points at least they win, right? No, they need to win by 6 points. Okay, so they would need a 7-1 or better. Yeah, quick warm-up there from Red Guy.
Indeed.
Showing why they are the higher rated player.
Well, let's hope the rest of the matches don't go like this.
Wait, so it's 8 plus 18, 26 to 24. Okay, Grippa needs a 7-2 victory or better. So a massive uphill battle.
Yeah, that is quite a lot to ask for, but Grippa is the GOAT, so I think there's a good chance he'll pull off some upset.
Yeah, Grippa has a lot of potential. Both players starting off with a perfect clear. into a bit of mid game, but missed drop from Grippa.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be quite a lot to fix. He's after burning through a lot of pieces just to go through it. And he still has a lot over as well. It's looking really bad.
Yeah, red guy taking the first round here. One of 3 that they will need to win this. But really needs to find
there goes half Grippa's margin.
Yep. Okay, Grippa had a bit of a floating T-spin setup there, having to skim out of it though. Oh. Alright,
80 APM round from red guy. What is that?
Okay, yeah, red guy immediately putting the pressure on. Grippa needs 7 in a row here to win for NYU. If there's anyone who can do it though, it is Grippa.
For real, for real. Yeah, red guy's putting on this crazy pattern stacking pressure though, but Grippa firing back with a 24 spike, saying he's not going to take this anymore. He's going to fight back.
Yeah, great stuff there from Grippa, keeping themselves alive after that spike. Oh wait, no, red guy keeping themselves alive after that spike, but Grippa now trying to put on a little bit of pressure. Red guy a little bit cheesed up right now. Doesn't have great pieces to work with, and that will be Grippa taking it. Grippa gets on the board.
50 APM round.
Yeah, great stuff there from Grippa. They're going to need 6 more of those. MKO coming out from Grippa, and red guy with the TKI.
Absolutely, this is still perfectly winnable for Grippa.
Yeah, Grippa needing... Okay, doesn't go for the counter 4 there. She doesn't need to just skim out into a nice combo down stack for a 10 spike. Red guy now the one putting on the pressure. Sending Grippa a bit up, but Grippa really clean right now. Has a big opportunity.
Yeah, I think Grippa might be doing a little bit more of a... Oh no, that's a really bad TP placement. Oh no,
no, it could be over. This could be it.
Oh no.
Wait, no? Plot armor?
He gets out? No way.
No way.
Yo, this guy's the GOAT!
Oh my god. Wait, he's him. Oh my god.
He's alive still. Just barely hanging on.
Still has a really bad stack to work through. And it will be still skimming. Still needs to get through a lot of this cheese. Desperately looking for something. Wait, no, they're alive. Come on, no way. No way. Oh, nice try there from Grippa. Great survival skills, but it will be UCLA finally taking the advantage there.
I think that's too much of a deficit to recover though, mathematically for it's NYU, right?
Yeah, it's NYU. Just too much to recover from. Now, playing for pride, Grippa with this big 13 spike is going to get a bit more pressure on red guy. Okay, red guy putting on the pressure. Grippa now sent up pretty high.
Might sound a little silly, but I honestly think that Grippa is playing even better right now, just because, like, now that he knows the outcome is kind of decided, the nerves are totally off, and he seems to be downstacking a little less and upstacking a little more.
Yeah, definitely a possibility. Grippa finding, yeah, almost a second wind here in this match. Grippa looking for the downstack, goes for a skim. Red guy a little bit cheesed up. He's going to have to clear out of it eventually.
Okay, small spike from Grippa, still just trying to get something going. Red guy, on the other hand, has to clean up the stack a little, but is still building this nice back-to-back, held onto it for a little longer with the L-spin, but still had to break it in the end. Finds a very nice, was that a J's? I think that was an L-spin. And now has a very high power stack, but Grippa is just going to prevent him from making anything out of it. And now a very awkward stack. Another round for Grippa. Grippa is really doing well now.
Finding incredible sequence there of pieces. Just to apply a lot of pressure. We gotta really deal with it. Goes for a quick PC to open up the mound. Red guy with this floating T-spin donation for the 10 spike. Grippa canceling it off and just choosing to continue with this 9-0 stack. Seems to have misdropped the O though. Wanted a donation, can't really get it. Now on the back foot. And gets a nice 10 stack combo.
I think that was Grippa's chance there to top out Red Guy, since Red Guy also had a bit of a rough board, but wasn't quite able to capitalize off of that. Oh, but has another chance and takes it very well.
Yeah, Grippa up 4-3 right now. Has a little bit of a lead. And goes for the MKO. Red Guy with this PCO into an STSD setup. Now Grippa kind of just looking to apply a bit of pressure. Already has 4 back-to-back built up.
Oh, beautiful sequence from Red Guy there. Oh, looking for the I-spin, finds the kick notches and pulls it off. Very nice.
Yeah, Red Guy though has a really clean 8-1 well right now. That's a nice couple spikes out of it. Grippa pushed all the way to the top of the board.
That's a lot of cheese.
Yeah, Grippa couldn't really find their way out of that, and that will be Red Guy taking yet another one. With this TKI into an LST stack, Red Guy getting caught out with a misdrop. Possibly going to die here.
And there's another round on the board for Grippa, actually in the lead right now, which is quite a good performance.
Beautiful Grippa. Red Guy though, now looking, get into this really clean 6 stack. I'm going to put on a lot of pressure with this 12 spike. Grippa though still has some stuff available to him, but is going to get caught, and that will be 5-5.
Yeah, Red Guy was waiting to accept there for a little bit, which was a very good play, as Grippa just sent a very clean spike, and Red Guy was able to send it all back. I think Red Guy was almost looking for another I-spin there. Red Guy really seems to like these all-spins, as well as these STM BKs.
Yeah, very creative stacking here for 11 back-to-back into a 17 spike. But Grippa responds well, has the pieces they need. Going for an aggressive implementation, but that almost dropped, but it's not gonna matter, and that will be Red Guy topping out and Grippa going to match point.
The Grippa guy is crazy. My goodness.
You no
Finds a
slouch.
color clear.
Stuff here that we're seeing. Oh, 2 bad misdrops here from Red Guy. Yeah, just gonna. Okay, it doesn't actually find the way. It does eventually manage to find their way out. And yeah, but the Grippa is going to also get to the bottom of the stack and is going to respond to a lot of the scent from Red Guy.
Red Guy breaking his back-to-back, probably just the down stack through all this cheese that Grippa sent over. Still a bit of cheese on Red Guy's board. Grippa getting out the spikes. This might be his chance. He's really pushing Red Guy up to the top of the board. Oh, but Red Guy does get out. And now Grippa is the one with the cheese.
Good down stack there from Red Guy. And Grippa now on the back foot a little bit. Doesn't have great pieces to deal with this. And it looks like it will be going to a deciding tiebreaker round between Red Guy and Grippa.
Okay, let's go, let's go.
Very exciting here. Grippa, strange opener there, but actually does get access to the well, so ends up being okay. Put a bit of pressure onto Red Guy's board. Red Guy, they're responding really well, and now has the open well to work with.
Grippa finding a nice 15 spike, but it's nothing Red Guy can't handle, especially with such a clean board. Red Guy still building this big back-to-back, but I think he's gonna have to break it.
Yeah, Grippa right now, the one able to open up, able to find the down stacks.
And Grippa takes the game. Fantastic showing from Grippa here.
Yeah, great stuff from Grippa, but unfortunately that will be UCLA's victory over NYU. Two really close sets there between Donkey and I believe it was Oxford Valley, and then Grippa versus Red Guy. However, dominant performances from UCLA's Caboozled Pie and Quantum Hornet, probably the two of the best players in CTL right now. So incredible stuff from NYU, extremely close match, but eventually UCLA's firepower showing why they're the #1 seed and showing why they were last season's champions.
Yeah, UCLA does have like an absolutely stacked team of demons.
Yeah, it wasn't even their full strength today. They had to substitute out Jin, their third best player.
Oh, really?
And even then, a dominant performance over NYU. Oh, I mean, it was really close, but yeah, it's still amazing stuff there from both teams. Definitely.
It was pretty close, yeah.
Definitely way closer than their last matchup. Sorry. Do you remember? Would anyone happen to remember the scoreline for that one? Oh, okay. Looks like we will be going to a brief intermission. Unless, wait, are we not doing interviews?
Doesn't look like there's anyone in pending interview.
Yeah, I think if anyone wants to interview, you can hop into pending interview right now.
Yeah, we will give you, like, I don't know, 30 seconds maybe. Yeah. How did some of the previous matches go? I wasn't there for them.
Yeah, so NYU with a strong start with Saji versus Ethernet Cable, and down with like 7-2 win there, and then it was a Quantum Hornet into Game Player match, so Game Player only took one there on Quantum Hornet. And Caboozled Pie sent out Oxford Valley against Best Donkey, and though Oxford Valley won, Caboozled Pie actually chose to use a buy counter pick, which was interesting. Okay, hello. This is
hello, Game Player. You're on air.
Hello, Game.
What's up? What's up? Hey, so bit of a tough match there, but you guys did really well against the #1 seed, I would say.
Yeah, we could have done better, but it is what it is. It's a losing match. Most of the matches are losing no matter what, and we did a lot better than we expected, but we still could have done even better, I feel like.
No, for real. You guys have some very, I would say some pretty underranked players on your team. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So, what's a bit of like your strategy for picking or drafting?
We pray for we pray and hope for the best.
Yeah.
That's always a good strategy. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, next time in New York City, I will treat y'all to like boba or something.
Oh, you should. Oh, absolutely. Remember to upgrade that when we get third place.
I got you. Okay, if you get third place, I'll buy you boba and donuts.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right.
You hear that word, Jay? You're getting donuts, all right? Please.
Please show up. Okay.
Have a nice day, guys.
Okay.
You too. All right. I believe there are actually 3 more people in pending interview.
Caboozled Pie.
Caboozled Pie, welcome. You're on air.
Oh, hello.
How'd you feel about the match?
Yeah, NYU. It was a good match.
Are there any like major surprises that you saw during?
Wait, I can't hear you very well.
Oh, sorry. Were there any like surprises you found during the match? That
surprises? I would say I was impressed with how well Grippa played at the end there. I was kind of expecting that to be a better match for us, but you know, it happens. Also, I think Red Guy had an unfortunate moment where he was just not playing very well, but you know, it is what it is. It happens.
Any thoughts on the match with Orche?
Sorry, I'm really struggling to Here, well, can you
Oh, sorry. Any thoughts on your very impressive match against J? Because that was definitely very entertaining.
Oh, yeah. As some of you may know, it is spring break for UCLA right now, so a lot of our team is kind of like in random locations instead of on campus. So I definitely played a little bit shakier than I should have, but you know, it's all good. I think J, if in his prime, because he's definitely kind of rusty, J in his prime would have put up a better fight. He's just kind of inactive these days, but definitely J at his peak skill would have been a much better match.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, and I think we'll be going to an intermission pretty soon, unless we still want to interview other NYU players.
All right.
Yeah, do we have time? It is 4:08 right now. Okay, I think we probably have time for like maybe one more. I'm not sure. I'm waiting for confirmation with Blue here.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Alright, she says okay, fine. Alright, one more player. Welcome in, Grippa.
Oh, hello.
Grippa.
You're on air. So, pretty good match showing there. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, we, like, going in, we were kind of just, like, praying that we could get, like, some crazy wins, but after, you know, what happened the last, like, 3 and 4 picks, I was just, like, trying to just play as good as I could and see what happens.
Okay, yeah, definitely a very impressive match from you against Red Guy. Was there anyone on your team that you want to give a shout out to for their, like, I guess, performance?
I mean, shout out to GP for taking a round from Quantum, and shout out to T for taking a round from Cav. That's kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
I mean, Andy, like, Best Donkey played really well too. He, like, usually plays really good against people who are higher rated, but Oxford played pretty solid today, so yeah, we'll play DCLA.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you guys did very well considering how tough the matchups were.
Yeah, I think if we had blinded and Best Donkey, we might have had like a small chance just based on the way the matches played out, and because they didn't have Jaden, obviously.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's probably all the time we have, so we'll be going to an intermission. Thank you, Grippa, for coming on for the interview.
Thank you, guys.
Alright, and with that, I think we will be heading into our Be Right Back screen.